Need to climb over. While City and Chapix are alive, they've been coming in really good spots overall. 4th place, 13th, 10th. They're getting placement. This looks tough for every team behind them.
Yeah, this is the bubble right now. We see 90 points now that the next placement threshold has kicked in. This is the team who's currently in 6th place. Remember, it could all switch up, though. If a team in the top 6 manages to pick up a victory royale, that threshold is going to go down because they will auto-qualify through. But remember, any team that you're seeing, if you see them above that threshold, they are going to overtake it and be in the qualification slot.
So we're looking at 90 points. That is what's there to beat, and Seti's the one defending it for now. To zip those 88 right there. Aqua and O'Reilly, you can see the differences. One team on the bottom right side who's playing consistent. Right there, it's pressure. One team on the bottom left that's just been rough and looking for the win. Instead, with 47 points, it's impossible to catch up to 90 now.
Look at Deceptos and Kinzel. This is the team, like we said, on the bubble. Super close to qualifying. Only 2 points behind, but still in 8th place. That should tell you how close things are, but in the map in the bottom right. Look at the congestion on the edge of the zone. So many players will need to make this rotate, and with Kinzel Deceptos down to 70 builds each, they have a couple peppers, but look at the sheer amount of players who are all going to have to rotate at the same time. It's a game of cat and mouse. Who's going to go first? Who's going to create the builds to tunnel in? Seti on the other side of the zone, struggling a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the rest of them.
It's a crescent moon of players on the left side, and the sun is about to rise. This is going to be tough. 16 seconds until they have to move, leave the desert, leave the cold night into greener pastures on the right. But at the same time, there's a river all the way in between. There's so many teams based up right above the reels looking at free tags. And even Seti, who's on a very dead type of side on the right, there's still a few teams around him. He's getting picked apart from all angles.
Be rough for him. Deceptos almost going down there, down to 5 HP before he pops the med mist. Keeping himself back up, but again, not made the rotation. The majority of the players in the zone have managed to push them there. There's also below Storm Surge 119. This is probably one of the most pivotal rotations he's going to make this season. 8th place on the leaderboard. So much below Storm Surge. Has to manage to make his way in. And then on top of that, do something, deal some damage. This could be the player I was going to say that he does it against, but no, it is his teammate instead. It's Kinzel. I was thinking the big one pump might come out there. This unaware player, but no, he's laying his teammate in.
And Deceptos with the unusual strat of med misting in front of a player in a box. Not his show. That's his teammate.
Oh,
that's his partner. I like these predative walls, but gotta remember, you cause noise, everyone else notices, it might just absolutely break down Jenga Tower style. This is not going to be something you're going to be looking forward to. You want to make sure all pieces solidified, your base looks good, but at the same time, 170 damage below, it might be time to topple the tower. Deceptos and Kinzel inside the box, and this will be good damage. It's not going to be enough, though. Yes, a refresh. Yes, elimination points is going to be good, but just 8 above. That'll be 16 below momentarily. They're going back and forth. A seesaw of doom. They want to be on the top side.
Yeah, still 8 players need to go down, and this surge threshold just going to get worse and worse unless they pick up one of the teams that's actually above them on the leaderboard. But right now, Mirza's up above him in the lobby, and they're going to go for that double spray because he seems to be a solo. The surge now ticking down on his HP. They know it. They can't out-heal it. They're going to start jumping into the box. It seems like, yeah, the 2v1 situation comes. They understand that he is just a solo in that box since it's just a single there, but no shots connected, no luck at all. They're going to have to look for players that are managing to tarp onto this next zone at any point. But here we go, still 7 players need to go down, 16 below. 1 bullet will put them over at this point, but they just can't seem to connect.
Please!
The padders hit.
Please!
Kinzel, please! No!
What?
They're down to 89 below. It's over, it seems like, potentially for them. Kinzel goes down to Deceptos. No, he manages to pick up the elimination to Mirza, and he's above the threshold.
Above the threshold, but at what cost? Lost inside the zone. The miss will only tick for a little bit. He's found the pad, gliding in, but his teammate is down. At 6th place, now he is the line. The work done there, I mean, if you want to call it work, it got him to this point, but all the eggs are in Deceptos' basket. He has to carry his team across the line and stay alive in 6th place.
Almost no ammo to work with when it comes to the AR either, so he can't even spray to pick up eliminations to get some of that siphon back. On high ground, Seti and Chapix, however, on the commanding position in the lobby, 5th on the leaderboards overall. All they need to do is have a good game here, and this should be a guaranteed qualification from them. Unlike Deceptos, who we know is on the bubble as a solo with nothing to work with on the low ground, this is going to be intense, ain't it?
Definitely is. We saw Seti and Chapix in this position, though. They had a max moving zone. This time they get the zone and can work with it. That being said, I know there's a bunch of launch pads up and around. Where's Kane and Cruel? I just saw them right on Seti's POV. They have 2 pads to work with and can really interrupt height. They're in a very good spot near the backside as well to do so. The question is, can Seti and Chapix hold on?
If you're them, you don't want to hold on to height. You want to hold on in the game for placement, but you are not trying to go. There's going to be players trying to psycho up, trying to hit the launch pad, and here we go. This is the moment. Moving zones have begun. This is the time where the placement's really going to start kicking in. Seti and Chapix just need to do something good here.
There might be 20 teams that end up landing on them right here. There's only about 6 that want to see apart the whole game, so rightfully so. They back up in the zone. They launch pad out. They'll be safe for now. Deceptos by himself. He goes down. We'll know exactly what 6th place looks like and who needs to hit it. 95th right now. I want to stay with that 6th place theme throughout the entire game as it swaps back and forth, unless Deceptos does the impossible. Breaking through metal bills. He's on the very backside of zone. No pads. 2 web zips to go, but nothing really looking good at all for him on this backside. He finds a tarp. This looks really good for him overall. Gets the move, but once again, Reese, 148 below, now down to 176. He's going to be forced to fight here with 11 people to go down with 79 HP. This is looking rough.
Loki went down in the Olympiad 2, which is super important because they're right next to him on that leaderboard in your bottom right. Refsguard and Scram still up in this as well, but they're down to 70, now up to 82 points, sorry. So they are down in 9th. They're actually significantly further behind the 6th place team, which is currently at 98 points of Deceptos. He's just trying to heal out the Storm up in that top right-hand corner, but still so much behind. Stormster's trying to do whatever he can. On the left, you're going to see up on high ground, it seems like Lechi and Swilliam potentially going for it, and Schmecky, it's a complete mess. This is exactly what I mentioned. The team's going up, left, right, and center, but back with Deceptos. No anything really to work with at this point, but he has managed to accrue himself some AR ammo, so this could be a spray elimination that he may need to keep himself up here.
Wild Boar on the low ground. He's not going to be able to look up at all. We'll see if he ends up surviving. Kane and Cruel are going for height. Aqua and O'Reilly there too. It's a 3-way fight. No O'Reilly all the way up top. There's another pad, but it gets denied all the way on the bottom side. Yes, sir, indeed. Noah gained height in the semifinals. It's chopped by Kane and Cruel. Retaken by Noah, though. He gets the rebuild and once again goes for the big shot. It's all aggression for this team. And they connect side by side once more. Up against 2 launch pads. Aqua and Noah Riley win the fights. No, it's a chop down, though.
Chop down
Aqua,
again.
can he touch it?
Same thing.
It's fine.
It's the same thing. It's pandemonium. It's chaos up on the high ground, but Noah Riley and Aqua are still fighting for it. If anyone's going to hit the mechanical blades, then. But now down to no builds. Aqua goes down at the same time, leaving Noah as a solo. He's going to try spraying the box. It's a 1v2. He hits the shots to connect. He hits the knock onto that. Now that's Kane that's going to go down, leaving Cruel as a solo, a 1v1. So many materials. 60 builds left to Noah.
There's a new team on high ground as well. Who is that? Kane's down. Cruel's in the box down below. Noah can get him down completely, but he has messages go by himself. It's Sanji. Sanji and Vo, who've been there every single game, like a shadow behind the scenes. They're finally here in the light, but he gets stuffed out too. Sanji, low on HP. He's basically interrupted so many teams in the mid game. Finally alive in the end, though. Both going for a few picks left and right, but it's builds that are just too hard to penetrate down below. Metal, brick, nothing to really spray down with those MK7s, and Noah Riley's going straight for height again. 2 more web zits, 2 big shots too. Fovis down 105. Fovis down 105 with that 1v2. It looks kind of crazy from Noah Riley. He has one more obstacle in his way. It's Sanji, 3 builds above. Who's got the materials though? Noah Riley. It's all or nothing right now for you, my friend. But do you have the builds to be at the high table? Can you go for the big shots? He identifies the player. Sanji up in the sky. Big shot with the Spider-Man gauntlets, but he misses for the first time. Noah Riley now running a little bit low on mats. Goes for a bit of that pressure on the right side. Jumps back towards the back and then takes height. The movement is absolutely phenomenal. Noah Riley has the high ground.
Just him left up by himself. If he goes down on this, it's over for this particular day. He has to pick up the victory royale, but there's teams going up for it. He's making the mechanical plays down to 1 build, drops down to low, but it's over for Noah Riley.
He's down. Chapix, Seti, first place overall for the moment. They're rolling in and possibly also going for the win. This is a clinical display of how to win the final game. Nuts from Chapix, absolutely glorious from Seti, and that's how you rock in the final game of the semifinals. They're going straight towards the top.
I think a thing that we potentially just missed out on at the exact same time there was Mustache and Malabuka moving up to what was 7th. However, with that victory royale, that will be them up into 6th now, actually. So for Mustache Mersash and Malabuka clutched up massive in the end game, but a huge congratulations to Chapix and Seti for not only being first, but picking up the victory royale in the final game, and in style, missing one shot, but hitting the next.
A symphony of results all the way towards the very end, from the top of the board all the way down to the sixth that qualify. Absolutely beautiful from Seti and Chapix. A nice run from Noah Riley and Aqua as well, was so close. And to see Kane and Cruel Reese all the way at the end, going toe-to-toe with some absolute Fortnite legends. That's what we like to see.
I mean, that had my heart racing. I was ready for the Aqua and Noah comeback. I'm thinking, is this Grand Royale? Is it the qualification system? It's the same thing. Final game, ready for them just to go all the way up to height. But, I mean, we've got to give it props to them. They tried in that final game. They put on an absolute show, but they were absolutely no match for Seti and Chapix overall.
Absolutely not. It was so close and an awesome day overall. The format is great. That's it, though, from me and Reese. Reese, by the way, that was an absolute blast, man. So much fun casting with you.
That was amazing. That was great. I mean, you get to cast with Shio. This, let's be real.
We have to see exactly what Zeke Sundown 11 think on the desk, because today was an absolute glorious day of Fortnite.
Thank you guys so much. My goodness, this was insane. This is the storylines, Levin and Sundown. You know, we talk about these things, right? We literally just talked about Seti and Chapix before we began this game. I'm telling you, it's like we're writing the book ourselves. Congratulations to them for finding themselves that little moment to just say, in game number 6, we're gonna walk away, we're gonna earn that victory out, and now they don't have to worry, Levin. They can just take it easy and wait for finals.
Yeah, I want to say I wasn't ever doubting it, but for a moment I did start to doubt it. You know, we're tickling through all them 5 games, and I'm thinking to myself, surely these guys don't choke, right? But as we said throughout the day, this is one of the better duos in terms of when you're looking at the personnel, and they finally got things going in that final game. Sundown, they did it eventually, right? But they will be playing in the finals.
They did it eventually, but additionally too, they did it through consistency and getting the victory royale, which has some very interesting implications on the leaderboard, as Shio and Reese ended up talking about. I think Malabuka and Mersash might have snuck their way right into a qualifying spot. We saw them, and I believe it was 2 or 3 of those end games. They were very much so getting the consistency and placement points, but with Chapix and Seti closing it out with the victory royale, stealing a bunch of points away from other teams as well, and then auto-qualifying, they did a ton of duos, a bunch of help here at the end.
Absolutely. I just can't believe this, man. And just look across the board, right? There's so many of these duels that almost made it, right? I look at Noah Riley coming into that final moment, being left alone, top 3, and it just wasn't meant to be, at least for now. But the question becomes then, Levin, did they make it in that top 6 today, right? Did they earn enough points to maybe just make it through, or will they have to come back tomorrow to try and fight once again for another victory royale or one of those top 6 spots?
Look, it's going to be close. I don't know if they did, right, in terms of how many points they had when Noah Riley eventually did go down. But, you know, you're right in terms of when we saw Agra and Noah going up for height, we did sort of start thinking, oh, hold on a minute.
Oh, no, yeah.
Is this happening? And look, Noah Riley did spectacularly, right, in terms of as a solo, really trying to just take the game by the scruff of his neck and making it his own. But then as you can see here, it did just sort of come when you're always going to have struggles as a solo on high ground, especially where his resources started to whittle. And then you have Seti and Chapik looking up at height. It's never going to be an easy situation. But look, for these guys, the only sort of silver lining is, look, a lot of the best teams in these sessions have qualified through to the finals now. So if you didn't actually make it through today, in theory, it should be easier for you in the next couple sessions, right? That would be the only thing that is a positive for these guys.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot more room to operate in that circumstance. But I think if Noah was able to just kind of really quickly flick out and shoot that Spider-Man web slinger out, you might have been able to just get a nice little loot llama rain right down on top of his head, get the refresh. Instead, missed the shot, player dropped down on top of him. And that's when we talk about, hey, you have to be able to seize the opportunity like Vino did. And unfortunately, Noah let it slip between his fingers.
He tried to replicate it, man. He said, I saw Vino. I saw him do it. What if I could do it? Let me try. Unfortunately, it did not work out today, but remember, it's still okay. We have 2 more days of competition, 2 more chances. Let's take a look at the winners from these first 5 games. This is semifinals day number 1. If you're just tuning in, I'm telling you, you missed some of the craziest games. And if you take away anything, go back and watch game number 4. I'm telling you, Bino and
Sick.
Joe there, finding themselves the victory royale in the craziest play I think I've seen so far. You need to make time and at least go watch the end game. But again, congratulations to our winners here. Remember, the victory royale ensures automatic qualification to finals. But now, Levin, Sundown, what we have to do is take a look at this right here. Our standings, we got to see which of the top 6 have made it in. And right now, First Dash and Malibuca, they make it through. But look, Levin, turn your attention to 10th. Loki and Clement, they were not, I mean, it wasn't close, but it is close, you know?
Yeah, those guys didn't quite get the job done, but of course they have tomorrow and Sunday as well. When you look at that top 6, though, a lot of really strong duos made it through. Of course, Malibuca and Mustache sneaked their way in. Kinzel Deceptor's going to now be battling it out against DKS's duo and Benji and Savage at Tilted Towers next weekend. And of course, and the Let's It Squeeze did a brilliant job to get in second. And look, Grols and Kowski, actually, this is the first time they're going to be making it into a finals themselves, right? So a really, really huge result for them, getting first in the semis. Going to play their first finals ever next weekend. Like that's massive for these guys.
Yeah, and have to really respect the game plan coming out from Grols and Kalowski, as well as One Lush and Fury. You see there, the 81 and 86 placement points. They weren't necessarily playing for the victory round. They could say, hey, we make the end games, know these other teams are going to be pressing, going to be taking chances, and we just play for that top 6. And then for Malibuca and Mustache, hey, sometimes you look outside, the stars end up aligning, and it all ended up putting together that a team who was above them in the top 6 ended up snagging the last victory round, because otherwise, Zeke, they would have been on the outside looking in by 9 points.
I know, and that's what I think is so interesting about this format, Sundown, is like literally if a duo is ahead of the pack, right, they get the victory out. Suddenly it's, yeah, they got themselves that qualifying spot, but now you look at everyone else and you say, wait a minute, there's a vacancy here, and now where are all of us relative to each other for these points? And that's what makes it so interesting, right? Game to game, this can change. It's so awesome. Before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the predictions. Let's see how we did. Now, guys, I'd like to point out I've been right.
We were all right.
First W. Listen, Levin, it's about me right now. I got my first W, baby.
Yeah. No, we'll give it to Zeke. I want everybody to congratulate Zeke. Be sure to hit him up and tell him you did a thing today. You finally did a thing. But look, we all went for these teams because they are the better teams in the lobby, and all of them had probable cause to win. You look at Vino and Joe, Thomas and Tayson out of Kovac Cannon, definitely were strong teams. We think that Kovac Cannon is now going to be a point of interest for sure in the next couple sessions, because everybody's going to be watching thinking, oh wow, it's free. And, you know, these teams can qualify from it. Rescott and Scram, they've got all the synergy they need maybe to sort of hit the drawing board and think about what's going on. But Janice and Vortex, the first game, Resub, he knew what was up because these guys were definitely one of the strongest duos. I'm not really surprised by a lot of the teams who are here and who are able to make it through, if I'm being real.
I mean, I just want to say, shout out to all of us. 4 out of the 5 victory royales going through. Shio was close. I mean, if we're talking American baseball, or I guess that's the only kind of baseball, that's a fantastic batting average. So hats off. And honestly, these teams played incredibly well. They did a good job. And no worries for everyone else who played out and didn't end up there. You have 11 more matches to potentially go through. But also, don't forget, we're going to be backfilling those spots. So more of our duos from that consistency board are going to be hopping in tomorrow, Zeke. So it's a little bit of a fresh faces in there.
I know, and but also this means that tomorrow the dynamic, the meta within the meta of the tournament will change again. Everyone is looking to claim POIs, drop spots, loot pass, right? And it's going to change every single game, and then it's going to happen again on Sunday. There's still so much to look forward to here in the semifinals. Now, if you've enjoyed what you've watched, don't forget, you can also view this from inside Legends Landing, an incredible place to check out all of the action. Of course, we have NA East, we have NA West coming up later on today. And don't forget, we're here for the next 2 days of more Fortnite action. Sundown, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Love getting to spend some time with you. Fortnite fam, that's it. We're jumping on the battle bus. We're saying goodbye for now. So as always, we love you. Keep yourself safe, and we'll see you on that battle bus.
Beep, beep.
When did I get my first gaming PC?
I knew you had a laptop at one point. I heard that once, but I have no clue when. That was really much shorter than I thought. I thought it was way longer ago.
If I had to leave at one of the Chapter 3 POIs, where will I leave? That's a good question, okay.
I don't know, it depends what he puts.
Okay. Oh,
nice! I got it. We used to drop there at the start of the season.
Which year did I first start playing Fortnite?
I'm pretty sure it's 2017 or 2018, because it's the start of like the game. But I'm not sure if you started playing after December. No!
Oh,
dude, I missed it. Oh, I thought it was January for some reason.
When did I win my first cash prize? Oh, that is easy.
I'm going with this. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have got that ever.
Why? I told you I made winning World Cup, and then I bought another PC.
Of a random solo cash cup like before that, or Winter Royale? What's been my favorite chapter and season so far?
I'm gonna go for easy guess. Okay.
And even now I gotta think about this one.
Oh,
wow.
What? Why did you choose World Cup season?
Dude, that was like my season, bro. What's my favorite food?
You told me like not that long ago. I completely forgot because I told mine too, but yes!
Yes sir, we got it. I don't know, it's just amazing and simple. It's great. What's my favorite POI from chapter 3?
I'm gonna go with the easy guess with a place that everyone liked. Yes, I knew it!
I just land there in arena all the time. It's not the same spot at the other thing. What's the most eye points, me or you?
Oh, that is the easy one.
How many points is that total?
Oh, it does get harder. Oh my god.
Let's go. I'm ready for the random patch of grass or like the random wall up close. I'm just not gonna be able to understand.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is on the south side of Sleepy Sounds. This is looking towards the lighthouse behind it.
Oh, this is from Sleepy Sound, I think.
This is definitely Sleepy Sounds, I'd say.
This is at Sleepy Sound.
That is Sleepy Sound.
It's a little close, but...
Let's go. We are in Condo Canyon.
This is actually my drop spot, I believe. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is Condo Canyon.
I'm not 100% sure, I just say Condo Canyon.
Oh, this is at Condo Canyon.
That is Kando... I don't know the name. Kando something? Kando Canyon.
Condo Canyon. Nice.
I'm just too goated at this or something. I don't know what to say. Oh my god, this one is such a hard one.
Uh-oh.
I think this is Bugle.
Meowskull's Morsel.
Okay, no, this one is this one's in Coney.
Probably Tilted Towers because of the building.
Coney? I'm just guessing Coney, I'm not sure.
So the building looks familiar. I think I'm gonna say Tilted.
I don't know a sign on the view. I didn't even know it was there.
Nice.
No way.
Oh my lord, what is this? What is this?
This is Greasy Grove, 100%.
Oh, Greasy.
Easy, this one is so easy. It's Greasy Grove.
Gosh, I have no clue.
Oh, this is at Greasy. I land Greasy, so...
I'm gonna go with Rocky Rios.
Let's go.
4 for 4.
Oh, this is a tough one.
If it's not Jones's, it might be Camp Cuddle, but I think it's Jones's. I'm gonna lock in Jones's.
Is this Shifty Shafts? Oh, wait, no, it could be Camp Cuddle.
I think Camp Cuddle because of the trees and the campfire. I don't really know.
The Joneses?
Like, this doesn't even seem like a POI. Like, I'd say Camp Cuddle.
Great. Great.
Loot Lake, wow. Yeah, I've not been here.
Yeah, I've never been here either. Yeah, don't land here.
See, I would have never guessed that.
other pro player do you wish you could play with more?
I love playing with FaZe Dubs a lot. He's really fun to play with. He has really good energy. Honestly, I wish there was like, you know, some crazy team game mode or something like squads or something, and I would play with him one day. That would be awesome. He's really fun to play with.
I think I wish I could play more in like with Queasy. I think the Queasy is like one of the most insane IGLs in this game, especially for his region.
I think I would go with Sentin, because Sentin knows a lot about Fortnite, and I think just playing with it will be really beneficial in a way because he will learn me like a lot of stuff that I don't know.
This is a hard question, honestly, because I play with a lot of pro players.
I really like playing with Kanata. I play with them a lot. It's really fun playing with them.
And so I'd say maybe like Epic Whale or like Tayson.
I miss my boy Booga, bro. He left me recently, and I wish we could replay with each other, man. I miss him.
What's the best way to use cars?
Definitely for rotation. It's definitely a good rotation item. It can also be a good aggressive item if you're looking to push people.
Get the 2-door car, throw some big tires on it, get it to max fuel. That's like the recipe for success in this meta. Other than that, any cars with big tires on it is going to do incredibly well. And now that trucks, obviously they've always been 2 doors, or 2-seaters in the inside, so you can have a duo in there now instead of a trio with one person on the back. Learning how to abuse cars in the best way possible, boxing them up on a good refarm, making sure that you can still have your high material count, but have that incredible use of mobility inside of your base, ready to go for the zone.
You should be able to save your car to the third zone, so you have less time to run, so you use less mods.
After you have a bad game, how do you reset to come back in a positive mindset?
If you're not accustomed to it, you better get accustomed to it, but you can't win every game. It's very difficult, especially in the finals.
Honestly, after a bad game, you always got to remind yourself how many more games there are left, how much more you could do in just one game. Like, it's very important to just look at the format and actually realize like all you need is like, a win with a couple kills and boom, you're at the top.
Go outside and just take a quick breath, and then I'm ready to play again.
No matter how bad you're doing, there's always room for a comeback. And I really always want to see myself doing good. I never want to, I don't let that stuff get to me until the games are over, and then I can tilt as much as I want.
My advice would be to not think of it now and just go to the next game.
You got a call, then you just gotta pop off.
Last time in FNCS North America East. During qualifiers, both scented and cold. Donnie and Macwood won a game, but failed to auto-qualify to the finals. Macwood's comfortable. He's advanced from the reboot rounds twice before. Day and Clicks did not meet expectations in qualifiers. In fact, this is the first time neither member of the duo has auto-qualified to finals. The old guard will try to replicate their previous success in FNCS duos, as Mega and Dubs got second the previous FNCS duos 2 years ago. Old and new will clash when FNCS starts right now.
Titans have risen, many have fallen. This weekend is their last chance at redemption to reach Fortnite's Mount Olympus FNCS Finals. There is one rule in the semis. You get the Victory Royale, you qualify. But which duos will ascend to greatness joining our 16 confirmed finalists? As you can imagine, the hype is up the scale, baby. Welcome into FNCS NAE. I'm your host, Adam Savage. I am so excited for this one. It's going to be a mega weekend. Beside me is the Leviathan, Somebody's Gun, and the Colossus, Sundown. This weekend, we're going to bring you the stories to life, the legend to life. The three of us here on the desk, and it all starts right here. Do you know what? Guys, SBG, I'll come to you first. Now, you may be able to tell here from the opening, I'm slightly excited, a little bit, tiny bit. How are you feeling, buddy, going into this one? What a weekend we have in store.
Oh, man, this is the best format we've ever seen with these players. We got the most consistent. We have the Victory Royales, and every game matters. All of the action matters. This is going to be so much fun to watch, and I'm glad to be doing it next to you two.
Yeah, can't say anything more than I'm just so excited to be here. Had a chance to appear over on Eve this morning, and the matches were incredible. 5 more of those with 5 Victory Royales, granting tickets through to the finals. But then the top 6 up for grabs means there's going to be plenty of twists and turns on the journey we go on today here in NAEs.
Yeah, EU was absolutely insane. That's what we want. We want to see insanity here. I know you guys at home want to see that. That's what's in store. Trust us. Obviously, you can watch this like this here on broadcast, as well as Legends Landing as well. We know you can watch all the action unfold right there at Legends Landing, found in the Buy Epic Discovery Row. It is an amazing place, tons of activity to do, but of course, it's also your front row seat into FNCS. Make sure to check out Legends Landing. As we said, the Buy Epic Discovery Row. Do not miss it. Now, we've of course got this weekend full of action coming your way, and we cannot wait to share in all the festivities. Guess what this is? A celebration of the best teams that we know and love so well, and new teams, rising stars as well. Let's take a look at the broadcast schedule and exactly how we got here and what's coming your way as well. February 18th and 20th. Now this weekend, semi-final, February 25th to 27th. As we mentioned already, we have ourselves 5 games today, 5 tomorrow, 6 on Sunday. 5 Victory Royale winners will go from today, as well as 6 teams who get the most amount of points who don't get the VR as well. Walk us through the format here, SBG. How do our players get through the final?
All right, so we had 16 move on to qualify. We're in the semifinals right now. We're going to be playing 5 matches today, 5 matches tomorrow, and 6 on Sunday. The winner of each of those matches is going to be advanced straight to the final. Then, at the end of each of the sessions, the top 6 duos are going to be advancing as well. So we're going to see 11 teams today, 11 teams tomorrow, and then an extra one, so we have an extra match on Sunday. Then we move on to finals next weekend, where we introduce the match point format. But Sundown, tell us what the points are today and what kind of format we're looking at.
So the points, you'll see the Victory Royale over there. It's not worth 1,000 points, but it might as well be able to see that ticket directly through to the finals. But don't forget, if you don't score a Victory Royale, it's not the end of it. You can end up placing inside of that top 6 teams who don't end up with a win, and it will also end up being a ticket to the finals. The format there is the same as we saw during the qualifying, with obviously the Victory Royale pulled out. First placement point at when 35 duos are remaining, the next one at 30, and then after you get to 25 duos left, each one that drops is +1 until you get into that +3, where it's +2, +2, and then normally it would be +4, but this time it's just a big old trip right there, and now we get a chance to see the players who are competing for this spot battle.
Sundown with a maths degree in there. That was perfect. That's what we wanted. I mean, that's what it's all about, context as well. To maybe brand new to this, not seen this before. That kind of stuff is amazing. It shows exactly which teams are going to be, how they can get there to finals. And you can see some of them on the screen right now. SPG, who stands out for you? There's plenty of duos here.